Hey everyone, Assassin here, and welcome to another Warzone video. So, I know yesterday's update looked like it was a little bit lackluster, like nothing really changed. However, there was some huge stealth balancing that happened with a lot of the guns, specifically the Cold War guns. And what changed is that the bullet velocity for the base version of the guns and the barrels all got balanced. Some have a faster bullet velocity, some have less, and there are definitely some that stay the same. So, I went ahead and tested all the barrels for the MAC-10. I know the MAC-10 is the gun that everyone uses, so I thought it would be the most appropriate to show you the test on so you could make the best decision on which barrel you want to use by actually looking at the numbers. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We bring you news and updates, some highly edited gameplay, and we bring you the best in-depth guides around, like the video you're about to see today. So without further ado, let's get into it. For starters, I'm just going to explain my testing. What I do is I load up Plunder, find a vehicle that spawns on the map, stand a certain distance away from it, same distance each time, take shots, and then I count frames from between when the ammo left my magazine until I get a hit marker in that vehicle. And by the way, my tests are done at 60 FPS, so there is some frame rounding there. However, I do the test many times, so this way I give you the most consistent numbers possible. In this case for the MAC-10, I actually had tested bullet velocity myself already, so I have that footage to compare to the new bullet velocity, and you're going to be seeing it here side by side. On the left, you're going to be having the old footage, and on the right, the new footage. And as you can see from 260 meters away, as we start taking shots, we notice that there are definitely some frame changes. First off, it looks like the base version of the MAC-10 actually has a faster bullet velocity. Now you could actually hit in 31 instead of 33 frames. And when it comes to the extended barrel, it looks like you get a 2-frame decrease from what it was before. And of course, the lower the frames to hit is, the faster the bullet velocity is, and that is what we want here. As for the Cavalry Lancer, it actually looks like you get a 1-frame decrease. However, when it comes to the reinforced, we actually get a huge 4-frame difference from what it was before. And surprisingly, the Ranger actually stayed the same, and it looks like the rifle barrel actually increased by a frame, while the Task Force barrel again decreased by 2 frames. So when we look at these numbers together on a spreadsheet, it does look like the frame increase is pretty much consistent. And this could really be attributed to the base version actually having an increase to its base bullet velocity. But as you can see with the reinforced barrel, it does look like individual attachments got changed as well, because that 4-frame decrease isn't consistent with the rest of the numbers. And I know the suppressors that we all use also are affected by bullet velocity, so I also decided to test those too, and it looks like the agency suppressor has no difference at all. But when it comes to the sound suppressor, it actually looks like it increases your bullet velocity. I know some people like to run the sound suppressor because you get a little bit of faster ADS. It's way faster than you could see at 60 FPS, but it is there. So this is just another reason to use that sound suppressor if you wanted to. So now that you know the proof is in the pudding, you can see that there have been a lot of stealth changes, and apparently this has affected the M16, the AUG, the FFAR, and many more guns. And when it comes to short range weapons, I really don't think it's going to be a big deal because you never really fought with these short range weapons at a range where bullet velocity really comes into play. But when we're talking about those assault rifles, when we're talking about those LMGs, our primary weapons that we use to fight long range, that's where this is gonna matter. So make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna keep you up to date and let you know if there are any big changes to any of the attachments that will affect how you build your weapons. My name is Assassin, and thanks for stopping by.